Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And we've got a new invasion. It was earlier, it was moths and then grasshoppers. Now the invasion is flies, or are flies. There's one right on the door right now, and they sit all around the door. There's another one down there at the on the door. And I got my bug spray here, and I hit them and they drop to the ground. So, problem is, I'm going through an awful lot of this. I mean, a lot. And you're going to see outside, the invasion of flies out here in the desert right now is tremendous. I mean, they are by the thousands, by the hundreds of thousands. And I've killed thousands already. And they're all over the place. And they hang around where the dog food was. But I got to do something to control them. Well, years ago, I bought some items on eBay or Amazon or something like that. And I'm going to show you those in a minute. And I'm going to also put a link in the description, so if you want to go on Amazon and pick up some of these for yourself, I think they've got like next day delivery available on them. So because you really do, everybody out here, I've spoken to all my neighbors I know, and they've all told me that they're all inundated with these little black house flies. And they hang around down low by the doors, and then they also hang on the sides of the doors and at the top of the door on the wall. So when you open the door, they scoot on into inside the house. So I keep my spray bottle right here so I can clear the doorway. There's another one just landed. I clear the doorway before I open the door, and I step out with that bottle in hand, and I nail as many as I can. And these little suckers, you go out there and you start spraying them, and they start hitting the ground, and a whole swarm of them will come after you and attack you. They land all over you. They get on your back, they get on your legs, they get on your feet, and wherever they can land to get on top of you, they do. And got to do something, right? All right, so let's move into the other room here for a minute, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. All right, see my white bottle here? Normally people use the 1 quart or the 1 liter bottles, and these plastic things here are designed to catch wasps. And I've got a whole bunch of them here. When I bought these, I bought like a dozen of them in a pack, and I've had them for years. I take them out and I clean them at the end of every season. The ones that are bad, I just throw away. But I've used different ways of fastening them into the bottle. Now, you don't want to cut a hole any bigger than the top of this soda bottle. So if you take any bottle that's got like a 1-inch hole, and you're going to put that about halfway down the bottle, and then these things snap right into place. Now, these bottles are a lot more flimsy than they used to be, so I put a couple of screws in there to hold it. Now, I have in the past also used my hot glue gun, and the problem with that is that the hot glue gets in these things, and then you got to spend hours cleaning that out if you're going to reuse them. All right, so what's in the bottle? In the bottle, the good old dishwashing liquid. So I put a tablespoon of dishwashing liquid in there, and put about 1.5 to 2 inches of water in the bottom. And then I put in some honey, and you'll see the honey running down the side here. And the reason I do that is because the honey is going to mix with the water pretty quickly, but that leaves a coating down there, and it's an attractant to the flies. So what happens is the flies fly in through here, and they get inside the bottle, and it's clear, so they swarm around inside there until they get tired, and then they fall into the water. They might also land and get stuck against the side where the honey is. The honey is um, pretty much what they put on flypaper. But in the winds that are out here, flypaper just doesn't work. They'd be tangled up or blowing down the desert. So on top here, I took two of the 6-inch or 7-inch tie-ties. I put one through the other, looped them like a figure 8, and then tighten one around the neck. Now I'm going to go outside to where the majority of the flies are, and I'm going to hang this. In my pocket I've got a hook and some screws and some stuff like that. So if I can't find a place to just naturally hang it, then I'll have to put a screw in and hang it up outside. And then on my next video, I'll show you how many flies I've caught in this thing. The nice thing about it is, when the thing is full of flies and if there's still some fly floating around, all you have to do is lay the bottle on its side and shake it, and you're going to catch all the other flies down into the soapy water, and they're done for. Then you just throw the whole thing in the trash, and it's all done with. Pretty nice little setup, huh? So I got 4 of these things left. I'm going to set out this one first and see how well it works with the honey and the soap in it. And then you can also, if you don't have any honey on hand, you can also just use sugar. Just melt some sugar or dissolve some sugar in a couple of cups of water, add it into the bottle, let it run down the side so it leaves a sticky residue, and then put a little bit of water in there so you got something to catch the flies on. Now the flies, once they get in there, they're usually pretty stupid and they can't figure out how to get back out of that tunnel, because when their wings are flapping, they can't seem to fit through the hole from the inside outward. So going in this way, they land on this little there's like a little perch on these things, as you can see right there where my thumb is, and they can land on that, and then they just walk right in, sit right down. Daddy, let your hair hang down. All right, so with that being said, let's head outside with this thing, and I'll show you what we're facing. I may have to stop at the door and kill a few more flies before I open it. No, it looks like I'm okay. Oh, there's one on there right there. So let me hook this on this finger. Give him, whoop, there's 2 of them now. Give them a squirt and step out with my spray bottle, because they're all over the place out here, just waiting for the door to open. Look at them. Oh my God, they're everywhere. But that's nothing. That ain't nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. Boom, boom. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. All right, so this area, they are everywhere. And I got my little buddies here that are trying to help out, but there's just too many of them to eat up. They're all over here. There's hundreds of them. So I'm going to hang this fly trap. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it right here for right now, and we'll see how many flies I get trapped on that thing where it's sitting. But they're all over my everywhere here. Everywhere. They are everywhere. Look at them. There's dozens of them. And I was out here a little while ago and I sprayed like hell, and that's why my windows are dirty. I'm gonna have to wash all those windows anyway. But yeah, there's flies big time. I mean, they're everywhere. All right, everybody, that's all I have for right now. We got monsoonals over that way, and we've been getting thunderstorm warnings all day. So we're keeping an eye out for that, but most of it is northwest of here and headed towards Vegas. And I understand, I just saw on the news flash that Vegas and that area of Nevada actually has power outages everywhere, so not nice. And they were talking about Barstow, California was getting thunder and lightning and 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and I'm sure that's going to be all over the news later. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Don't forget your thumbs ups. Don't forget to share and subscribe. This is G Bear flying away.